Picking it out. How did Vince McMahon come into this picture during this time for you?
I was one of the early American adopters of sushi. Loved it. And there was only one restaurant in town, that little Japanese restaurant, that offered it. And at first they didn't even have a sushi bar, which is the, typical scenario. It was just a Japanese hot food restaurant. But then he started preparing sushi in the back. And for people who knew, you could go in and get some. And then he finally had enough people requesting it that he took a corner of his restaurant and put in a little tiny sushi bar. I think it was maybe 4 seats. Then he expanded it to maybe 6 or 7 seats. And so if you went there, it was like going to your local bar.
Mm.
You'd see the same people all the time, because not many people knew about it, and certainly not many, raw fish. I mean, you got to be crazy. I'm not gonna eat that. And a guy I sort of met, and you just, hi, how you doing? Hey, he came in one night and said, hey, didn't you say you write music? My boss has me preparing a video for a cable TV convention, and I can put the video together, but I have no idea how to add music to it. And I said, sure. I mean, at that point in my career, I said, sure. I didn't even have to hear the description of the
Yeah.
job. It's like, absolutely. I specialize in that.
I'm your man.
Yeah. And so sure enough, I did it. And then he called me over, said, we're going to go play it for my boss. And I said, okay.
Hmm.
I didn't even know who it was. I wasn't then, and very curiously never have been a fan of pro wrestling. And so we go to his office and play it, and he loved it. And we were chatting, and he was like, what else do you do? What else do you do, pal?
Hey, pal. Yeah.
And we, very different people, but I guess we have some similarities, and we hit it off great. And then from there out, it just quickly accelerated into a full-on thing, and quickly enough became a 24/7 thing.
Well, who was the guy that you actually made contact with?
That was a guy named Brian Penry, who was then Vince's art director.
Okay.
And this is very beginning, when Vince had bought the business from his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So, people think walking into Vince's office, that's like with a lot of fanfare. And it's like they were just renting a floor of a local little business building.
Mm.
It's like in one corner was Vince's office, and the other corner was Linda's, and Brian had a kind of an area in the middle, and it was a very small operation. But boy, Vince was, talk about a fire in a man's belly. So he was on fire. Yeah, he was ready to change the universe, which, as it turns out, he did.